Scorpio friends, this is Kristen Redman, and today we are going to talk about how the planets out there in the skies this year are going to make 2018 probably one of the best years you have had in a long time. For a long time. This is the year of Scorpio in so many ways, and you've started to feel it beginning in the fall. In October 10th is when Jupiter moved into your sign, and it hasn't been there since 2005. When Jupiter comes into your home sign like that, it's like a welcome breath of fresh air. It expands you. It sees where you've been limited. It sees where you've been hurt, and it brings this amazing energy in along on the wings of a guardian angel to come in, change and transform that for you, and help you to have greater opportunities where you have felt restricted in the past. So we have that energy starting for everybody this year. But how cool is it that it's happening in your sign? And as it does that, it heals, it transforms us, it brings us down to where we are the saddest and where we have to go through a lot of darkness to understand it. But in the process, it heals us from a lot. And this is the year where a lot of that is happening for you. This is a year where your happiness comes to the forefront. And we'll get into all of that here as we go through what makes this such a groundbreaking year for you. In so many ways, I think this is a year that your soul has been looking for quite some time, and it's been getting ready for it. And you can feel it. You can feel that ground shifting as you're able to stand in greater confidence of who you are and what you want, what you will accept and what you won't moving forward. You don't want to be stuck in the past anymore, and that's a tough thing for Scorpio, because Scorpio is the sign that's going to hold on to the past just about as much as a Cancer, but it's very difficult for you to let things go, especially if there was hurt involved. It's a very difficult thing for you to let go of. So this is a groundbreaking year for you to really release a lot of those things. Some of these things are from childhood that you have revisited over the past years. 2017 has brought it to you, and now is the year you're ready to heal it and let it go. This is also a year where not only do you have this amazing energy hitting you at the beginning, at the reset of your chart of who you are, you also have eclipses that are working with you mentally and with your career as well to bring in amazing opportunities in terms of career advancement with what it is you need to do. And there's a lot of shift and change that's going to be happening for you in your relationships as well. All of these things bring greater happiness, but they all start from an increase in self-confidence that's been building in you for so many years, but you're finally accepting it in this year of 2018. Happy with who you are, happy with where you're at, happy with where you are moving forward. And let's start that energy out in the house of finances. This is a year where you are really taking action to make sure that you get these things under control. Debts, and it's not just that either. This is the year where, like I said, your confidence increases, and as a result, you say to yourself, I don't need to be in this job anymore. It doesn't even make me happy anyway. I could be making a lot more money, and I could be a lot happier if I go there. This is the year you have that confidence to break out of that and say, you know what, I do deserve better from a day-to-day life. I invest so much of myself daily into this place. It may as well be something I like. That's one of the things. But it's also, if you're happy where you're at, this is an energy that's out there giving you that confidence and courage to ask for more money for the job that you do that you love. Letting them know how you shine your brightest and how you contribute and how that should be justly rewarded as well. So there's wonderful things coming through, especially towards the end of the year. Once Jupiter leaves your sign of Scorpio and moves into the sign of Sagittarius, because that's when it's really going to hit your financial sector. And then into 2019, you're going to see a lot of change in terms of finances for you and money for you. Huge, wonderful things, because when Jupiter comes home to Sagittarius, it is like hitting the jackpot on all sevens for everybody, and for you, that's finances. All right, so let's move on to home. let's see how Scorpios are going to be affected for home and family for 2018. This is going to be a tough one, I think, okay? Because Mars is going to be retrograding there. And where Mars is retrograding this year, which is rare enough that it's retrograding, but it's staying stuck in the sign of Aquarius for half the year, for 6 months out of the year. And when Mars, the planet that's the engine that drives us, Mars is our determination. That is our confidence. That is our ability to assert ourselves when need be. When that planet retrogrades, we lose that capacity. We don't have that ability to move forward. And there are delays. Things are slowed down. When it lands in that sign of Aquarius, Aquarius is very focused on where we need to be liberated and our freedom in areas, being able to be our true authentic self, to be our unique individual self. So when we have Mars retrograding in your house of home and family, you're going to see that this is a year where there is a lot of looking to the past in those areas, in your home and your family, but a lot about your childhood. Okay, I've been saying it since last year that I knew when Jupiter moved into Scorpio, there was going to be a lot of Scorpios having some childhood traumas emerge that weren't aware of them. And now they've started to emerge, and this is where you're ready to release them. Most difficult phase of all, though, right? There's something that holds you back, but this is when you can let that go. Mars being retrograde in that sign may keep you from doing that until the end of the summer. Maybe even going into the fall. But it's going to get you to the point where you are ready to let it go once and for all, once that energy lets up and Mars moves forward again. Because ultimately what this is doing, this is the root of that confidence that you need. And letting that go is going to be probably one of the most difficult things in the world. Whatever this childhood incident was, or maybe it's letting go of somebody from your past, letting go of something from your past. There's a lot that the universe is going to be showing you in terms of your home and family this year that's going to make it feel like those areas are in flux, that it's just constant chaos and energy, but it is taking you back to that root for a reason. So listen to what the universe is telling you, especially in that June 26th to August 26th time frame as Mars retrogrades there. And another thing too that ties in with this as well is that we have the eclipses that are happening with this as well, that they're going to start giving you signs. So if you're not quite sure where these changes are or what's trying to happen in your family and what dynamic is going on and what new beginnings it's trying to bring, the eclipse on February 16th is definitely going to give you a heads up. And then you'll see some shifting and changing starting with that come July 27th when the next eclipse happens. So next, let's move on to those eclipses are in those major areas right there in terms of career and mental health and those repressed areas from childhood and the home and the family. Those are huge areas in our chart right there. You've got Jupiter at the reset button of your chart, increasing your hope and optimism and faith and luck and confidence in yourself. But then on the other angle of the chart, we deal with your relationships and how you work with others. This is mainly in marriage and partnerships and business partnerships and close friendships. We have Uranus and Taurus that's going to be going into that area of your chart. It's never been there. This is an 84-year cycle that it's been since Uranus has gone into Taurus. So this has never happened for you before. You have got the planet of electricity moving into your house of relationships. Yippity yay on that, huh? This can go a couple of ways, let me tell you, because Uranus, you never know what to expect with it. Uranus can create some crazy, crazy chaos in our lives, which can be either good or bad. So over the next 7 years, as it tours your 7th house of marriage and partnerships and relationships, it's trying to energize these areas where it's gone dormant. It's trying to create an opportunity for you to have a greater level of individuality and freedom in these areas as well. It's an area that's trying to change things and old, outworn, outdated, stagnated patterns that you have realized that keep going and going and going in these relationships. By the time this transit is done, they will be gone and gone forever. those old habits will die under this influence. And yes, at times it may seem like everything is on its head, because that's what Uranus does, but ultimately what it's doing is pushing you to something that fits the true authentic you now better. And that's really tough because it moves us out of comfort zones. And it's tough for Scorpio because you like being in that comfort zone. And Uranus is going to push you out of that to make sure you have a relationship moving forward that's more fitting for who you are and what you want moving forward. So expect some electric shakeups to be happening this year, because when those slow-moving planets first move into a sign is when we feel it the most, and when they leave the sign. So you're going to be feeling a lot of that jolt and energy and electricity in your relationships this year, especially towards May 16th and August 2nd. Woo! Look for that. And know that it's all good. Now, those eclipses, remember I talked about how they bring new beginnings and they bring changes and shifts. This is bringing a lot because it's letting go of that old childhood past, right? On the opposite end, it's trying to make a big shift and change in your career as well. Whether it's a new job or an advancement in a job, finally getting that confidence to say, I need to make more money in this job. Whatever it is, you're going to be getting a push. And you're going to see it January 31st in that time frame when the eclipse cycles start for 2018. And there's going to be this opportunity that appears. It's almost like it's karmic. This is a fated event that's meant to happen, that is meant to be. And then if you don't see it, and maybe the seeds of it get planted in January, you'll see it again come December of this year as well. The universe is really trying to give you those opportunities for luck and advancement. It's expanding you beyond where you're used to being. And that includes making more money and doing something you actually love. Feel that excitement again. The universe is behind you a big time. Big time for that this year. So let's dig into specific birthdays a little bit more here. Now, for you, your chart is going to be a lot different. This is a general overall for the sun sign of Scorpio. If you want to know where these eclipses, where Saturn is trying to stabilize things for you, where Jupiter is trying to expand you, where Uranus is trying to shake you up, if you want to know where it's doing it for you, for your specific chart, contact me. I have a link below where I do my yearly specials, the New Year special for $77. And we look at the chart that says who you are in your birth chart, and we see how the planets in the sky are affecting it now and bringing these windows of change and opportunity for you specifically. But as a general rule for the sun signs of Scorpio, if you have a birthday between November 4th and 9th, Neptune is going to be making an amazing connection with your sun this year. So this is a year where in that process of self-growth and renewal, like you've really never been through before, your spirituality is going to come to the forefront. This is a year where you put your spirituality on a pedestal and you examine it from all angles, and you examine your belief in God and what your belief system is more than you ever have before. And you're ready to surrender and let go of old parts of yourself that don't work anymore. You're a big one for this letting go of the childhood confusion. Things that may have been hidden from you have come to light. You're ready to let them go. Neptune dissolves those barriers and boundaries around us, and that's exactly what it's trying to do, is dissolve some of the walls that these things have put up for you. Huge year for you. Huge year for all Scorpios, man. I tell you what. November 6th through the 22nd, if you have a birthday on that time frame, that wonderful lucky Jupiter is aligned with your sun. This is beautiful. This happens every 14 years, okay? This is when the planet of luck finally lands on top of you. And you feel it too. You feel like there's nothing in this world that you can't do. At first it may push you to your breaking point, but once you do, you break and this beautiful, beautiful swan emerges. Alright? Beautiful things. Probably the most major birth date time frame of all the signs for this year, where the biggest transformations are happening for our Scorpios in this time frame. Listen to what the universe is telling you. Listen to your dream state. Follow what your guards and guides are telling you, because they are keeping you extra safe in this time frame. This is probably one of the most pivotal times in your life. Not to sound all dramatic up in here, but it is. It's the truth. and know that God's bringing extra guides to keep you safe. Now, if your birthday is November 11th through the 14th, Pluto is also making a fantastic connection with your sun, so it carries that same energy like I was just saying for the previous birthdays as well. Pluto is your ruling planet as a Scorpio, and it is the one that brings the greatest transformation. So this is a year for you as well, where you will feel like you are the proverbial caterpillar that turns into the butterfly. Absolutely. So let's contact Archangel Jeremiah. He is your angel, my Scorpio friends, and he is the angel that comes to us known as the angel of death. When we are dying and ready to cross over to heaven, he is the angel that gives us the life review so we can see what we're leaving behind and what we're going to move into the future for and help us make that decision. Well, you don't need to be dying for Archangel Jeremiah to bring you his life review capacities, and he is there for you this year with his guiding purple light to shine a light on the past and help you accurately assess what's happening. We're going to call on him now and see what his advice is for his wonderful Scorpios in this amazing, wonderful, lucky, transformative, beautiful year for you. So let's see. Do I feel strong? OMG. Archangel Haniel. I got to plug in my thing here. We're going to do this quick because my computer's going to shut off in 3 seconds. Angel of the moon, angel of the high priestess, listen to your intuition. Have patience and carefully consider what you want before you're acting. Know that this is a card that tells you you have immense spiritual connections behind you that are helping you and guiding you. Listen to what it's telling you, just as I said before, because this is a year that's meant to improve and expand you and bring you amazing blessings. Know that the universe is working with you and God and your angels. Thank you so much for watching and have a blessed 2018.